Hello, I am Anthony Green, and I have the pleasure and opportunity to bring to you the word of the month for the month of April for the men's department here at Holiness Tabernacle Church of God in Christ. And we this year I will continue to take you to the movies and share a little bit about a movie that I thoroughly enjoy and love, and that is The Pursuit of Happyness. In this movie, I feel that many people can relate to it of all walks of life. And anytime I watch it, it doesn't disappoint me at all. I enjoy it every single time. It can bring you from tears of joy to moments of sadness, just every emotion you can think of. It will do that for you if you're into that type of thing. But to tell you a little bit about the movie, it starts in about the early 1980s, where the main character, played by Will Smith, his name is Chris, is selling these medical machines that are seemingly overpriced, and they don't. Many medical professionals just simply don't need them. And so in this, he wasn't able to sell a lot as much as he thought he would, and has difficulty paying his rent. Um, you know, Making his wife happy, and providing for his family. Ultimately, making ends meet, putting food on the table. And his wife ends up having to work many, many hours of overtime. They're getting ready to be evicted out of their apartment. So lots of moving parts in this movie, which either if we can ourselves, someone we know, or a family member, or a coworker, in some aspect can relate to this aspect of life that the movie portrays. And during this time, his wife decides that she's so unhappy because of his lack of ability to help support the family, that she decides to move. That she's going to leave him and his young son behind to fend for themselves, and she would move. And so then, shortly later, he gets evicted from the home, so he becomes a homeless single father. And so while trying to sell these medical machines, he learns about an internship with a very prestigious brokerage firm in their city. And so he applies for the internship, expecting to get the job because he was good at math and things like that. And he learns after the interview that it is unpaid. So I don't know about you, but I am never in the business of working for no pay. But this motivated him. He had been working to potentially not receive any money from selling these bone density scanners that he was selling to places, and now he has the opportunity to make a really, really good living for himself and his son. And it was something that he felt that he'd be good at because he was good at math. So he networked, worked his way to get into the internship program, and in the end, after many trials of being homeless and sleeping in motels and in community bathrooms, and just a slew of different unfortunate events, he was able to be in the top of his class because only one person out of 20 interns would receive a full-time offer with this firm, which motivated him even more to do well, to get the job. And so, a few moral components or spiritual components that I can pull out of this would be firstly, even when those close to you do not believe, keep on believing. I think of the second chapter of Job, where his wife had gotten fed up with him and told him to curse God. And Job responds to his wife, saying, "Thou speakest as one of the foolish women." Uh, and he kept pressing his way. Just as Chris did in this movie, his wife, she doubted him. She didn't believe that he would be able to maintain this and get the job, and she decided to leave. So, just as Job, keep on believing, keep on going, and press your way, that there is hope for you. The second thing that I was able to pull out from this storyline was even when things seem as if they will not turn out in your favor, to keep on believing. There's a verse in Psalms that I'm reminded of that reads, I've been young and now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. And so that we can stand on and know that no matter what we go through, even when things seem to be at its very, very worst, that if we keep on believing, that we know that God will always provide. And that verse proclaims that for us, and we can stand on it as a promise from God. There are so many verses that we can pull from to relate to the story that we can pull from this movie. Even some of my personal testimony that I can relate as I pursue things in my personal life. But there's one other part that really, really sticks out to me in this movie, and that's towards the latter part of the movie where Chris finds himself in a church service with him and his son. And there's a song being sang by the choir that I don't know that I've heard before prior to this movie, but I looked it up, and the name of the song is Lord, Don't Move That Mountain. And it just really hit home for me as for some of my personal things and my pursuit of happiness, and my pursuit of keep on believing and keeping the faith. And I'll read to you a bit of the song that touched me the most, where it says, "You don't have to move my mountain, but give me the strength to climb. And Lord, don't take away my stumbling blocks, but lead me all around." And for me, that was just really profound in relating to what Chris was going through, and what many of us endure, that because some things we will simply have to go through. There's some instances where God will not move things out of the way for us, that He will allow us to go through them. And this is an instance in the movie where this was something that he simply had to go through. Would like his wife to stay and support him with this, or I'm sure Job would have liked his wife to support him, but we're reminded of a verse in Isaiah 41:10, and I'll paraphrase it, and it says, "Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, will I help thee." And that's exactly what we have to remember and stand on, that no matter what we have to endure, that God will and can give us the strength to climb any mountain that He allows to be in our way and that we must endure. I pray that this movie touches you as much as it touches me, any and every time I watch it, and that you are touched by anything that I've said throughout our Words to Live By for the month of April, and as we take you to the movies. God bless you.